Ladies and gentlemen, Call of Duty is back. Yes, and I mean what I say, because if you guys have not seen the previous dev talks from a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and this one that came out a few days ago, Call of Duty is definitely back. With all the changes they made with skill-based matchmaking, the maps, and just listening to the community in general, this game, Black Ops 7, will be the best Call of Duty ever since MW 2019. I would even say ever since Black Ops 4, because that Call of Duty was the best in my opinion. But yeah, Call of Duty is definitely back. But let's see what these devs have to say in the dev talk, so we can understand why Call of Duty is back and just how much they're listening to the community.
Hey everyone, Matt Schrantz, Design Director at Treyarch, back again to talk about some updates for multiplayer in Black Ops 7. Okay, so the first topic I want to touch on is the whole aim down sights, ADS, while sliding, diving, wall jumping topic. So in the beta, that did require you to take the dexterity perk. The team looked at all of our options and ultimately landed on providing the most fluid experience by default, which does mean we've reintroduced the ability to aim down sights while sliding, diving, and wall jumping by default. You do not need to take the dexterity perk. Dexterity will still speed up those interactions, sprint to fire, slide to fire, but you will not need dexterity perk to ADS while doing those actions. Okay, next one I want to touch on is just to reconfirm a topic I touched on in our last dev update about footstep volume. We have slightly increased the volume of our footsteps in multiplayer. We're very happy with where they're at, where it's going to incentivize more stealth play styles without over-indexing on the need for the ninja perk. Okay, next I want to touch on where we've landed with our slide tuning coming out of the beta for launch. Alongside that dexterity change and the ADS change, we have slowed down the slide speed a bit and we reduced the distance a bit, but I promise you it still feels great, it still feels fluid, but we want to make sure that that's not the only way you can enter in an engagement. Okay, another movement topic I want to touch on are our mantles. So we saw the feedback, we agree, some of the mantles felt a little slow, so the team is going through every single mantle in the game to make sure that we have a consistent speed and fill, and everything feels fast and fluid. The next one is a meaty topic, and it's about our perks and our perk distribution. Got a lot of feedback. We made some changes ahead of beta coming out of our blog. A lot of you had a lot of feedback on that, which we appreciate. But the big changes that we're going to focus on here for launch are, one, we want to make sure that we are incentivizing and allowing for varied play styles. Two, we saw a lot of feedback on how stacked slot 1 was, so we've made some adjustments there that I think you're going to be happy with. And then 3, there were some kind of niche underutilized perks, so we've actually made some combinations of perks to make those chunky decisions and choices. Okay, let's get into the details. First change, we've actually moved Tech Mask to slot 2 from slot 1. That's going to allow for classes like Flak Jacket, Tech Mask, and Guardian for a very strong support tanky class. We've moved Tac Sprinter to slot 1 from slot 3, Looper to slot 3 from slot 2, and that's going to let you loop your score streaks. Cold-Blooded is going to slot 3 from slot 1, and that's going to allow for full stealth classes like Ghost, Ninja, and Cold-Blooded, with a wild card, of course. Scavenger is going back to slot 2 from slot 1. And then we'll start getting into the combinations of those underutilized perks that I touched on. So first up, Shadow, which allows you to move by traps without setting them off, has been added to Engineer. So that's going to be a fun perk where you can actually see enemy equipment through the world and then also approach it and not set those traps off. Vendetta, which allows you to see the location of your previous killer, has been added to Assassin. So if you really want to target a single player on the enemy team, this is going to be your perk. So one for our melee players, we've actually added Bruiser, which gives you increased health regen and score for melee kills to Close Shave. So if you want to go all in on that melee playstyle, this is going to be the perk for you. Hunter's Instinct, which gives you intel on a nearby enemy after a kill, has been added to Tracker. So that's all about tracking your enemy locations. And then one that I'm super excited about, we've actually added Quartermaster, which recharges your equipment to Gearhead, and that has moved to slot 1. And if you're all about the gadgets, or if you're all about the field upgrades and the equipment, this is going to be the perk for you. So with all of these changes to our perks, the team is very excited. We think you'll be very excited. And of course, we're very much looking forward to your feedback. Okay, next up, I want to touch on what we're doing with aim assist in Black Ops 7. So first off, we're looking very closely at the data, and the data says that controller players are winning slightly more in close range engagements, and then keyboard mouse players are winning slightly more in those long range engagements. So what we're going to do here is to try to close that gap, take a very close look at the strength of aim assist across all of those ranges, and then additionally, we are looking at rotational aim assist and the requirement for your right aim stick to be moving in the direction of your target. We'll have more concrete details to share soon. That's my time for today. Of course, we have more details coming on maps, modes, weapons, and progression as we head into launch.
So as you guys saw, these guys, Treyarch is not messing around. They've already took into implementation the things that our community has been saying about base multiplayer with the doors, the perks, the movement, everything, you know, even the aim assist. Even though I don't agree on that one, you know, aim assist is not that big of a deal. If you guys go back and play Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, you feel the aim assist there is strong. Today's aim assist is very weak, but you know, it is what it is. We're just gonna have to adapt and get better. But yeah, seems like the updates are good. They're gonna go crazy. Black Ops 7 is gonna be a great Black Ops game. And yeah, and I will say thank you Battlefield 6, because Battlefield caused this to happen. Without proper competition, you know, taking their players away, Call of Duty would have never done this. You know, they would have still been on their bullshit about having skill-based matchmaking, about all these other things, you know, hurting us, the community in the game. But this is a good thing, Next, we're gonna go on to see what they're talking about in the Season 1 preview, because there's a few things I want to mention and talk about that I'm really excited about. With, you know, skill-based matchmaking being out and all the problems being fixed in terms of movements, doors, you know, gameplay. This game, Season 1, will be very, very good, and I feel like, you know, will be highly enjoyable. But let's see what the devs have to say and what's going on. The reveals, maps, weapons, DLC, and let's see if Season 1 is gonna be what they say it's gonna be, you know. But yeah, let's go on to it.
Season 1 is a massive moment for us as it kicks off the entire chapter. From launch through the end of Season 1, we'll have 7 6v6 maps. We'll have 3 new zombie maps, a bunch of new weapons, gear, gadgets. This will be the biggest season we have ever done in franchise history.
So before we get into Season 1, I can say that Nuketown 2025 will be coming shortly after launch on November 20th.
We're looking at our remastered version of Nuketown 2025 from Black Ops 2. See some vibrant colors and some cool spots for wall jump. Let's take a look at one of our new maps, Fate. The first time players went to this Menendez compound in Nicaragua was in the Black Ops 2 mission, Time and Fate. This map is a play on that and the fate of David Mason and Menendez through the Black Ops 7 story. Next up, we'll take a look at Odysseus. This map is based on the Black Ops 2 mission of the same name. And then we've got Utopia. This is an abandoned guild facility in Australia, built to house advanced research for Project Synapse. So from the beta, we got a lot of feedback we've been actioning on with the team and some things we're cooking up for Season 1. So Toshin, we were really aiming to get some connectivity to the upper lane while still keeping those sightlines in check in the middle.
Additionally, coming out of the beta, got a lot of feedback on automatic doors. So the team has also been looking through our entire launch portfolio and then our post-launch portfolio for additional opportunities where we can reduce automatic doors without disrupting gameplay. And of course, I have to mention some of the remasters we've got coming in Season 1. We've got our beloved Standoff, which I can't wait to get back up into Grandma's house. And we've got Meltdown coming. Haven't seen that one for 13 years. So we've got a ton of content coming out from launch throughout the holidays in Season 1. We've got 7 new weapons coming out. I got to give a big shout out to one of my favorite assault rifles, the Maddox, coming back from Black Ops 4. We've also got some fun weapons coming, like the crossbow and the ballistic knife. And if you know, you know, there's a game mode that does require those two weapons. That's right, Sticks and Stones is coming out very shortly after Season 1. We've got Prop Hunt coming. Of course, we've got Holiday LTMs coming. And then I'll give you a little bit of a hint. We've got a brand new score streak coming called the Deadeye drone.
That's just scratching the surface for multiplayer content. We have a lot more details coming before launch.
So yeah, that's it for zombies. I mean, not zombies, multiplayer. I'm only gonna cover multiplayer because I'm not really a zombies player. I'd only play zombies for the camo, and I feel like this year I might not do that unless you guys want me to do that. You know, I'll be posting videos on the campaign camo, multiplayer camo grind, everything like that. But as you guys saw, they bring back a lot of, you know, fan favorite maps, and the one thing that I'm most excited for is the Maddox. That gun, Black Ops 4, was amazing. Great gun. It's not gonna be like in Black Ops 4 if people think it's gonna be like in Black Ops 4. There's no double quick draw, you know, so it's gonna be different from what it was in Black Ops 4. But I don't doubt it will be a good weapon. I don't doubt at all. It'll be great, and yeah. But it looks like Call of Duty is listening to the community. They're putting out all the big guns, and these are not even the biggest guns. You know, they could still bring up weapons like the VMP, weapons from Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3, if they wanted to, or like prototype weapons. But yeah, they're doing really well, and this might, you know, just be everything the community wanted and needs for the game to be better. But yeah, they just gotta keep doing this, keep pushing, and things will go well. Again, thank you, Battlefield 6. Now we're gonna look at the Replacer trailer. You know, nothing really special, but let's see what they have in store for us in Season 1. You know, with the Replacer, they've done this before, but let's see what's new now.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Yeah, I'm the captain now. Anybody got keys to this thing?
Okay, nothing, you know, really to go off of, except, you know, Black Ops 7, as, you know, the trailer said multiple times. But this is only the first trailer. We'll see if they have another one in store for like the next week or the week after. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on, you know, this whole update. Is Call of Duty back for you? Are you gonna pre-order the game, or even, you know, consider playing the game at all with Battlefield 6 and Upgrade is out? But for me, I would say Call of Duty is back. I'm gonna play the game, try it out, you know, upload videos, and yeah, I think I'm gonna have fun with this game. I'm gonna enjoy this game, especially after playing the beta. And with the changes coming to the game, this might be the best Call of Duty we've had for the modern Call of Duty era for like the last 6-7 years. Yeah, I know what I did. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, you know, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening, and peace.